What's up, my reseller friends? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sabrina. I thrift to resell on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And in this video, I'm going to do a quick what sold. I haven't done a what sold video in a long time. And I was out doing my shipping this morning. I had a little bit of extra time. I thought it'd be fun to come on here real quick and do a quick what sold. So just to give you an idea of what my store is like, I do sell about 1,890 items. Well, that's what I have listed right now on my eBay store. I probably got about 50 to 65% of those items that are on eBay cross-posted onto either Mercari or Poshmark or both. And I, on average, list 15 items a day, Monday through Friday, and I sell on average 10 items a day, Monday through Sunday. So that pretty much breaks it even. And I'm at a point now in my reselling career where I'm selling as many things a week as I am listing. So it sounds great when you hear it, but really I feel like I do still need to work a little bit harder. But what I need to work on, I don't think I need to work on listing more things per day, but I do need to work on listing more things that have a higher value. So that's where I'm at right now. And what my future goals are is just to try to list higher price items, but still list the same amount and still sell the same amount. So that's my latest short-term goal that I'm currently working on. So today was a little bit of a slower day. I did only sell 7 items. And like I said, I'm used to selling 10 a day. However, I have had a pretty good week where I had one day where I sold 16 items. I had another day where I sold 14. So it all balances itself out in the end. So I really don't have any complaints, but I really only have 7 things to show you today. The first item is going to be a little girl's bathing suit. Now this is a size 4T. It's from Limited 2. I think that store may have gone out of business. I can't remember. I lose track of what stores are going out of business at the mall now, but it is Limited 2. And I did purchase a huge lot of children's clothes, mostly toddler size clothes. And it was at a yard sale. I just bought like all of her clothes. It was like the end of her yard sale and she just wanted to get rid of stuff. So I took everything for super cheap. There was a lot of really cute clothes in there. Most of it I bundled up, but some of them I sold separately. This was about a year ago. I still have a few pieces of those clothes left, but for the most part, most of them have already sold. I don't regret doing it, but at the same time, I don't know if I would do something like that again. Only because there's not a lot of profit to be made. They're still good sales though, and they still have consistently been selling throughout the year. And I really can't complain about that. But like I said, my new short-term goal is just trying to get higher priced items. But I think when you're new to reselling, it's totally fine to have a lot of the smalls on your store and a lot of like lower priced items, because those really do build up your store and it just doesn't hurt, right? You're learning along the way. So if you are able to get toddler clothes for like really cheap or free, I say go for it and list them. But this one, actually, I'm not really making anything off of it. It only sold for $6.29. I had listed it for over a year, and as I have things in my store, I do continue to drop the price on them. So this one was just like a really low priced item. But I'm still happy to sell it and ship it out. And no sale is a bad sale. Every sale you get on eBay is really good for your store and it helps you to sell more stuff. This next sale was a strategy guidebook for Grand Theft Auto 3, but this is from Japan. So it is all in Japanese, the whole book. I purchased one of my favorite finds of like last year. It was at the end of last year, but it was this one yard sale. I walked away with 3 bins full of Hello Kitty stuff and 4 boxes full of strategy guidebooks. And I think I ended up only spending like $120 at that sale. And that doesn't even include, I think I left with like a couple of other boxes with like other random stuff that I had picked up. But oh my gosh, guys, I have made so much money off of that find. But this was a part of it. I like I said, I had like 4 big boxes full of strategy guides, and I'm like down to like a small handful of strategy guides left. And this was, I think, this pickup, it was at the end of the year. I think it was somewhere like November, October that I found it, and we're into June. So I've had these for maybe about like 8 months now or so, and they've just been consistently selling. Some of them sold for really good money. I think I sold one strategy book for like $100, but these have been doing great. There is a good handful of these strategy guide books though that were just like not really worth anything, and I ended up like listing them for like $6.99, $7.99 free shipping. So there were some duds in there, but there were a lot of really good ones in there too. So and they were really easy to list, because if you get something like this of like all the same type of stuff, you can like make these listings in bulk, and you can do them so fast, and they're so easy to ship. I just throw them inside one of these like padded ones. This one in particular, since it's a thinner book and it's more expensive, this one sold for $25 free shipping. I'll probably add a cardboard inside. That way it just doesn't bend in the mail, and it makes it a little bit more protected. But I always ship them, the strategy guides, in like one of these padded envelopes, and I've never had a problem. All of my buyers have all been really happy with their strategy guidebooks. So this was a lot of fun. I wish that I can find more of these so bad. Next item is this Tasmanian Devil women's polo shirt. It is vintage. I tried to remember where I got this, and I cannot remember. I'm pretty sure it was a yard sale, and I'm pretty sure I spent $1 on it. But I have had this listed since July of last year, so it's been listed for 11 months. The price has dropped a bit, so this one ended up selling for $13.50 plus the cost of shipping, which is still really good. It did sit in my store for a while, but it's okay. Like, I don't mind when smaller items like this that are just, you know, just sitting in like a bin. It doesn't really take up space, but I'm okay with them sitting if they're just going to eventually sell. I do prefer quick sales, obviously. But at the end of the day, I don't regret picking this up. I would pick it up again. What I really love about some of these like vintage shirts from the 90s and early 2000s, like a lot of these shirts will actually say somewhere on the shirt, in this case it was on the tag, it will say the year the shirt was manufactured. So that's always so great to be able to have that information for your title, to be confident in saying, oh, this is a 90s shirt. It says right on the shirt, 1995. So that's really great. I wish that clothes would still do that. There are still a lot of clothes that will still say the year on them. I think Levi's or Nikes might be one of them, but yeah, I just like that. It's just so helpful, and I just hate like guessing, like, oh, I'm pretty sure this is a 90s shirt, you know. And I know a lot of resellers do that, because I see that all the time. Like, I'll see in the description like a 90s dress, and I just wonder, like, but how do you know it's 90s? Like, I feel like you're guessing. You're probably right. It probably is a 90s dress, but at the same time, I kind of feel like you're guessing. Like, it could be a late 90s, early 2000s, like, but we're just gonna call it 90s. This next item that sold is a Barbie dress. Now, if you know me, you know I love selling Barbies. I love selling Barbie clothing too. But I just have this like OCD when I'm listing them, that I always have to know like which Barbie exactly it is, or like which piece of clothing exactly it is, like which doll did it come from, or which fashion set did it come from. Like, I'm so OCD about it. Like, I always feel like I have to like figure it out and put it in my title. And that's one of the reasons why I'm really good at selling Barbie stuff, is because that's what Barbie's buyers want. They want to just be able to search that exact item they're looking for and to be able to find it. They don't want to like guess, right? But in this case, like, I could not figure out this dress, but I knew I still had to list it because it was super cute. It was kind of, at first I thought it was a mermaid tail, but really it's just like a really thin dress that kind of like flared out on the bottom, so it kind of looked like a mermaid fin. But it was like a really cute dress. So I did just have to put in my title like a mermaid style fancy dress or like something like that. And it's still sold. It's sold for $8.99, which isn't bad. These things are so easy to ship, and I just love selling Barbie. And one of the other things that I really love about selling Barbie is that my buyers are always so happy with their purchase that they come back and they buy more Barbie stuff for me. Do you know how often it is that I like looking through my sales and I'll see like repeat buyer under a Barbie purchase? They just keep continuing to come back and purchase more Barbie stuff from me. So that's another reason why like I just love listing more Barbie stuff. So even like an $8.99 sale like this is still good, because this buyer may be really happy with their purchase and come back and buy more Barbie things for me in the future. And I also get a lot of bundles. Like people like to really bundle a lot of my Barbie stuff together, and they'll purchase more than one thing. I do have a coupon on my store. I believe it's buy one get one 20%. So I get people buying a lot of Barbie stuff for me, and I just love it. It's my thing. Next is this set of Ariel dolls. Now, I went through a phase where I just really did not like listing Disney dolls because I felt like they didn't sell that well. There's just so many Disney dolls out there. Like I feel like the market is just saturated with them. But I feel like as of lately, I've been doing a lot better with selling Disney dolls. And the two Disney princesses that I feel do the best is Ariel and Tangled, or Rapunzel, Ariel and Rapunzel. Like anytime I list a doll of them, they always sell. And these Ariel dolls, I ended up bundling them together, and they sold in less than a month. And they sold for $12.99, free shipping. But they did come from a bundle of a bunch of doll stuff that I got. So my cost on them is really low. And I'm actually a huge Ariel fan myself, so I always love to list Ariel as well. Another Disney princess that I do know sells well. I don't really get her, I don't find her doll that often, so I can't really say like how well like her Barbie sells. But Princess Tiana from Princess and the Frog does really well too. Next is this Loki figurine. Doing my research, I was able to determine that he was sold at the Disney store. I've had him listed since November of 2021. So this is a really old listing. So it did sell for really cheap because, like I said, I continue to drop my prices as items become older in my store. And this one only sold for $6.79 with free shipping. So this is probably going to be like, this profit's going to probably come out to like less than $1 when it's all said and done. And the last item I have to show you is this lot of Lego pieces. Now, there was no way I was going to try to put these pieces together. I don't do that. I know there's a lot of resellers out there that will find Lego sets like at yard sales or thrift stores, and they'll actually put the set together, because you can find the manuals online, and they'll go and put together the set and then be able to confidently sell these and be like, oh, look at, it's complete. I've put it together, and sell it like that. I am not that person. I'm not going to sit down and put together a Lego set. So I do not think that this whole set is there. It may be, I don't know, but I did list it as incomplete and for just parts. And it did go to a Star Wars set. I did have a couple of the minifigures that went with this, but I sold those ones separately because a lot of the minifigures sell better like just on their own. So that's what I decided to do in this case. And I did buy a huge bin of random Lego pieces at a yard sale for $20. I posted about it on the Bolo Friends group on Facebook. You guys may have seen me post it because I got a lot of responses on it. But I was just asking for advice on selling Legos because I'm not really a I don't really sell Legos that often. I have sold a lot of minifigures, but when it comes to like the other pieces, I just don't have that much experience. So I was asking for advice on there, and I feel like I got a lot of really good advice and I got a lot of really crappy advice at the same time. But ultimately what I did was I just went through and I separated all the pieces by like color, and then I put all the minifigures together, and then I put just like little accessories together. And then I know that there was like a Minecraft set in there, so anything that I could see that looked like Minecraft, I just put all those together. And you know, I just like did my best, right? And I've already separated everything. I didn't do it all in one sitting. I did a little bit here, a little bit there, because sometimes if I'm spending a lot of time listing, I feel like I need a break. So I'll go and like reset my mind by just like going through the Legos, and then I'll get back to my listing. Or same thing with like taking pictures. If I'm like, I'm sick of taking pictures, I need a break, I'll go over and organize the Legos. So it wasn't something that I did just like in one sitting. You know, I did it throughout time. It took me a couple weeks, finally got them separated. And then the first thing I did was go through some of the minifigures, and upon identifying the minifigures, I was able to figure out a couple of other pieces that I had that went with the sets that those minifigures went with. And then I sold those together as just like replacement parts. But I'm gonna tell you guys, I did not have fun doing it. I actually decided that I don't like selling Legos. So what I'm gonna do with everything else is I do feel like I do have a couple of rare pieces. So I will pull those out and try to figure that out. But for the most part, I'm just gonna do a bunch of like big bundles and just get rid of them. But anyways, this set did sell for $20 free shipping, and it sold really fast. I think it sold in less than 24 hours of it being listed. So this was a really, really great sale. And like I said, I paid $20 for the whole thing. Please let me know if you found this video helpful or useful or any way in the comments. That way I just know what types of videos I need to be making and what kind of content you guys like to hear. So never ever forget, when you thrift upon a star, all your dreams will come true. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.